Alright, it's time for another quarterly update on City Square. And there has been some progress. First off, there's a crane removing debris. Probably be used to build the office tower of whatever the heck the name of that place is called. And if I remember correctly, we get a good view of it here. Yep, we do. And right there you can see they tore everything down up to the Galleria Portion directly in front of us. And the basement portion you see right there, let me move a little more this way, was where the cinemas used to end in terms of the lobby. And then off to the sides, the left and the right, or where the theaters were. If I remember correctly, I'm a little off on that. And over here, let's actually go down a little further. This is as far as we can go before going into the street, which isn't a good thing. We can see that to some extent that they've almost completely demolished the stores up to that point there, about 15 feet short. Over here, they've went all the way to the service corridor, so you can see by the concrete block wall there, and some plywood on the bottom there. And there's what's going to be the east garage when it's done. They took down about 30 feet of the blue garage and 90% of the red. And what they're going to be doing, and I don't know if you can see it, but I can. It's going to get pixelated, but there's some cross bracing being done. Like I said, I can see it. I don't know if it's showing up on video. It should be like starting from the outermost pillar where I'm pointing at directly there, second, third, and right about there in the middle should be the cross bracing. They're doing that so it can withstand earthquakes and high winds, which if they left the thing alone would do fine on its own. But they need to tear it down to make way for buildings and a new street. So that's this side. And right there is part of what was known as the catacombs, and that's where some of the theaters were. Alright, let's go to the mall side and see what happens. I couldn't get my view through the garage because it's all tarped off, but hey, look at this. A new sub shop opened where the Subways was. Alright, we're on the mall side with Front Street directly behind me. And there's not much to report here except you can see they're doing some interior demolition. Right, pretty much where they're demolishing the building. And here comes our friend security. Right there. Oh, he doesn't seem to care because we're not really doing anything illegal anyway. And let's continue on. Alright, they've torn into what used to be the Jordan Marsh back when it was the Galleria Mall, and various stores and businesses after. They're gutting that out. Again, we got to pixelate to see anything. Yeah, you're pretty much seeing what I'm seeing, and that was the Filene's over there, and that's the Jordan Marsh. And so that's all we can see from this vantage point, other than I'm not 100% sure what that was. Here's another view of what used to be Filene's from the Front Street side. Not Front Street, I forget what street this is. Look at that. Payless Shoes was there. There's a construction light right there. A little further down, here's a huge pile of what used to be parking garage. And right there you can see where they pancaked the floors to part of the Jordan Marsh. There's a look inside the Jordan Marsh from this angle. that was actually the corridor to the parking garage. And then from there was the Jordan Marsh. I believe Quinsigamond Community College was in there at one point. And this wall with the cross pattern is where the garage once stood. And they got the mall torn down close to the People's United Bank building. They don't want to go too far, that's where the Galleria part is, and they don't want to destroy the mid-rise there. As you can see, they punched out the brick walls where the columns are, so. And over there, they are doing some work on the garage. They gotta make it work now, because they totally destroyed the traffic pattern. Over here we got more mountains of concrete and rebar, which was the garage. All the way from that pile, all the way to there, was the red portion. Again, there's the pancaked floors. And right there below it was where we entered the basement and rode the freighter at one point. The only existing video of a freight elevator in the Galleria Mall. And there's the crane again. Right there is the old glass elevator. And this is as far as we can go, pretty much. And here's a section of the mall again. Basement 1, 2, and 3. The mall was basement 1 and 2. The main mall was just 1 and 2. That's pretty much everything in a nutshell. And if you're looking at this, wondering what that is, that was a ticket booth. And you can see the newer cement job there. Used to be a ramp there that led out. Similar to the one that used to be right there. And that's the City Square project as far as we can go with it. Hope you enjoyed.